Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do another wildflower in my journal. Now the last one I did was the flannel flower. Just this one here. Love doing that. Come up beautiful. And then the last video was probably the colouring that I did. The drawing of the flannel flower. So I've just gone ahead and put some journal cards in here and just made it nice. And yeah, really love doing that. I'll do a little bit more of that. I put a little colour swatch on the other side. I think it's nice to include the colour numbers that you use, especially when you've got nice pencils. Just sort of showcases it all. So our next page then will be yeah, the last cloth page in the first signature. Right, I'm getting there. I'm getting along with it. Bought these two offline. Here's the today's flower. Did I say that? Today's flower is the Wreath flower. And yeah, I bought these online. They're already really nicely aged and used, you know. And they're all WA wildflowers, so they're pretty cool. All really vintagey, sort of used and scuffed up, and I didn't have to do much at all to them, so I just had that on the back. So I'll put that in. I'll leave that card out and put it in with it, the Wreath flower. So that's today's flower. Now the Wreath flower, if you look at it close up, it is it looks a lot like a iris. Just the beautiful petals of the flower. Right, it grows in a circular bush, sort of like a the leaves are sort of almost look a bit like a pig face, or a something along that line, like a succulent almost. And these would grow all along the sides of certain roads. Now when you went down the WA coast, especially in wildflower season, you would pull into a information centre, and like a weather watch or something like that, they would have wildflower watch, and they would let you know where certain wildflowers were flowering, so you could go and have a look at them. And they'd give you a map and you'd go out and find them. So this is what you had to do to find the Wreath flowers. They're not a common wildflower over there. They have good seasons and bad seasons. So yeah, and this one we found, you know, they varied in colour. This one's only just started to flower, but this one was in the shape of Australia, which was pretty cool. So they would be all down the edges of the road, dirt roads, as you went down, you know, went along to find them. So they just varied in size and colour. Most of them were the creams and burgundies, those sorts of colours. So today I want to replicate, sort of as best as I can, something like that. I pulled out all my sort of fake flowers, and I've pulled some off here to have a little play with that. Now I'm just going to cut some points off some of them, because most of them weren't pointy, like they were rounded. And I'm just going to bring the oxide in and just give these flowers a little bit more colour. Got some of them recoloured, so that's going to help a bit to just make them look more like the Wreath flower colour. And I've got my I chose a hanky that had burgundy in it so that it sort of you know, can match in. Now with the leaves, because they are they're a long shape, I had a few bits and pieces picked out, but I'm not sure whether I'll use any of that sort of stuff yet. I may poke some little pieces in there just to sort of I don't know, give it that feel. But yeah, I'll see as I go. So what I wanted to do was, I've drawn a just a rough shape of a, where's my other pencil? My HB, not HB, 2B, here. No, that's not it. Here it is. Okay. And I don't want it to be a perfect shape either, because none of them are perfect. And then what I'll do, if you can see in the center here, you can sort of see a center point, and then the branches coming off from that. So I won't put it right in the center, but I'll sort of, I think, start with something like that. Some branches coming out of the center. So we might start with that then, the stitching, and we'll put the flowers on last. And might start with some of this dark pearl thread and see how we go with that. And I'll do a probably just a chain stitch to do the main sort of arms of the bush, and then do just some straight stitches. As you can see in the picture that I showed you, it sort of looked a lot like some sort of almost like a succulent. So we'll get some music on and quicken this up so it doesn't bore you to tears like all my other videos, and we'll go from there. Right, I've got the basis of that, well, that structure, plant structure in place. And might come in with a tad lighter thread and just do some like straight stitches. See how that sort of plays out with it. Alright, we've got the structure of our plant there, our reef flower, and so I'm going to come in and just try and so some of these might be too big, but if I ruffle them and we'll put them around the outside, we'll see how we go. I'm done. I love how this turned out. I lie in bed at night thinking, now how am I going to do this next flower? But I love how this turned out. It's exactly how I sort of pictured it in my head. So I'll just take it off the ring. And I love how that's turned out. So that's my Wreath flower. Let's have a look at it in the picture. Oh, looks pretty close, doesn't it? Yeah, no, really happy with that. So I better put the lid back on this so I don't get any excuse me, anything anywhere. So I don't know, I don't think that would have, made any difference to it at all. Might have given a little bit of dimension, but this is the dimension that you want with the Wreath flower. You want those flowers around the outside to be your dimension, so that's what's going to make it stand out and look really pretty. So let's bring my book in. Let's get the those pinky scissors and I'll cut it down. Sort of try and cut it straight as I can. That looks straight. Not really. Straight enough, so. Alright, let's put a couple of pins in that. And that will have to sit there until I've done the next page. And we'll get one of our tags. No. And put the Wreath flower, and I'm a crappy speller, so I'm gonna just make sure I've spelt that right. Yep, I've spelt that right. So I might just bring it down like that, down the bottom. And on this side, or is it on this side or that side? Yeah, on this side I'll put an information page, how I did that. Looks nice this way. And get my glue. And stick there. Right, and is that all I had to do? Yep, I've got my leaves in. I don't know whether, you know, putting some sort of leaves out that way are going to do anything to it, because like I've got paper leaves on each one of these. But I will put some, maybe some lace or something like that there. I'll just have a look behind me because I've got my lace bucket there. Let's see if we can find a piece of pink somewhere in here, or burgundy. This is a nice piece of fibre. It's got like that on it. Might cut a piece of that off and put it on. I'm just adding it to the bottom of this tag. Cut that down a bit. What are you crying about? Hmm? Here's my little scissors. Yeah, that looks cute. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. All right. Let's have another look. Here's my Wreath flower. And it was just made with the chain stitch, like the branches coming out from the middle, and then just little straight stitches. I put a few French knots in there, not so much to see the knots, but to just get little glimpses of a burgundy colour. And yeah, and then that was made out of just the fake flowers that you find at the op shops or whatever. And it's just meant to look ruffled, and I really love how this has turned out. I think it, for me anyway, it brings back memories of the Wreath flower, and I think if you can recreate something that triggers a memory, then you've hit the nail. So And then just a nice little tag like I've done with all of them. And then my next one will go on the back here. And that will be, yeah, the first signature finished then. So time to come up with the next flower. Alright, if you're new here, this is my wildflower journal that I've been working on. It's slow stitching. It's got well, I call it mixed media stitching, because I've got all sorts of mixed things in here, like the fake flowers, and then in these ones I put paper on them as well. And just use these ones here were done with pipe cleaners or Chanel sticks, and just using different mediums to make Australian wildflowers. Alright, so that's my Wreath flower done. That's me for today. Yeah, so yeah, if you're new here, leave a comment below. I'd love to see what you think. And press that bell button for notifications. You can, and give me a thumbs up, a like, and a share. I've been sharing some of my photos of these on Junk Journal Junksters Down Under. It's an Australian junk journal site on Facebook. And yeah, and I will be back soon for another video, another flower, or whatever I'm doing. I may come back for some more colouring, who knows. So I'll catch you soon for a new video. Bye.